synonymous with that spam through the wall over by B.
All right, we got your Sentinels now on the defense. It's going to be MkaeL and Gen.G trying to work their way in for an opening pick. Pistol rounds, crucial in every matchup. That's just looking at how the defense is set up. Again, we're going to see a flank out of dapr. He was doing it all game long. Will he be able to get there in time? He's checking every corner on his way through mid. Meanwhile, here comes the push. We mentioned there's no flash, so you just got to burst out, and huynh is going to do it perfectly with the first two. effys trades out the third. And now we're going to see spike planted safely. Raised working as zombs is going to get dropped. It's going to be all up to dapr on that flank. He was just a little bit too late.
Yeah, dapr, any damage is good. Full 1v3 would be better, but you don't allow this to happen, is what I'm saying. You shouldn't allow this to happen, no matter how good they play. Trying to isolate players here, that's the name of the game for dapr. Try and find individuals. Is the crossfire good? It's good enough. effys is there, and the turn could have come through from Cypher if required, but there's the first step on the ladder, right? I mean, this is the first step back. 5 on the board. Let's say you get the next 2, which maybe if the economy kind of goes the way it might, maybe even 1 more, you're pretty close again. So we'll see what the economy looks like at the end of the next 2 rounds. But it's a dangerous start. It's the, you know, the small window opens and the opportunity's outside. So you're like, you got to be a bit careful with this. But again, Sentinels are very well versed on this map. So I feel if there's a chance for them to close out well, it should be on this one.
They're going to come flying through the middle of this round, it looks like. Everyone stacked up at A short and double at the mid. That's sinatraa and ShahZaM. The duo love peeking together. Play along with a little smoke spam. As Gen.G is aware, they gotta watch mid. Can't allow any flanks, and now the Spectres at range showcasing their strength. 3 down already. ShahZaM's able to blow 1 up on player 1, but that is gonna be a quick round for the attackers. 6-8. Game's getting tight.
Yep, no worries. This is the one. This is the first attempt back for it to be a closer for Sentinels. They get a couple of these, obviously, as they have the lead. So the money right now will favor them to have the better purchase than the opponent. So you've got to feel like if they're going to get to 9, perfect opportunity to do so, and you want it to be a clean one. So let's see what they do with it. Let's see. It looks like the attacking team's going to just, you know, keep it simple, stupid is the kind of name of the game sometimes. Just kind of play it out. You know, all of 5 together. I'm looking at maybe the Cypher being a little around middle, though, for the attackers at least. Not by much. So it looks like an all-in A piece, because you can't play this late, bear in mind, because you haven't kept map control.
I'm so curious of what huynh can do with this judge. Are you just waiting for a gun to pick up? Or will he be able to burst in and do damage? It's just going to be the Omen on site, and he is going to find him, calls it out, and does a lot of damage. Down to 48 health, but zombs holds true, picks up the first 2. Spike will be planted any moment here by effys. And as I say that, he decides to hop off the plant and try and deal with sinatraa, who's up top. Meanwhile, GMD finds ShahZaM lurking.
And that's probably what they were waiting for, maybe to try and remove the ability to take that plant away from that position. Really nice hold to see if anyone got overly aggressive, and this is already bad news for the Sentinels. You didn't want to be in this scenario, you wanted to be on the other side of this. So this playback in is going to be costly for one and unlikely in the other. Even though you have better weaponry, you've got to go soon.
Here comes the peek. Sick is going to get gunned down, as well as dapr. GMD already with 3. Give him a 4th, and he's going to get it through the wall with the help of player 1.
Oh, dearie me. Okay, so let's talk about what this means. Sentinels fans, we're scared, we're nervous.
A little nervous.
We're unsure. And I want to give credit there to Gen.G. They had very light weaponry, and they found a nice place to utilize it. They kind of brought it to just quite a clean, close hit. And the play with the judge, honestly, if you can't afford the operator, picking up a judge with a jet isn't a bad idea. I think Tens was doing a fair bit. A couple of other jets have certainly made it look pretty good. You could just close gaps. I mean, I don't know how they didn't kill zombs with that thing. It looked like they were going to, but it's broken the back of the economy. So which is the big scary factor. Now, lovely work from GMD to instantly work out these players are pushed up close.
Nice.
And there's the pickup towards zombs. So good work so far. But again, if you're Gen.G, this is not your most favorable map. You do have the economic upper hand here. So they've got to play it carefully. They don't want to let anything slip. You still got to be smart about this.
ShahZaM is going to see that in mid. Has 2 flashes to work with, but just the pistol. And his timing just barely missing the jet underneath. Survives the first fight, taking down GMD. Great flash, but it's going to be the judge in the hands of huynh. Gets out of that fight instantly.
Ooh, they're playing these rotations. Risky because you can get caught on the way, as Sinatra's just shown, but they're going to head towards B, and I hope that they try and keep some map, I guess, territory map control, because if they just sit tight on those sites, those pistols can do work. The spike hasn't crossed yet. Oh dear, this has gone from bad to worse. Sinatraa and Sick
yes,
in a huge combination, leaving it pretty much all in this man's hands in a 1v4. What a blunder from Gen.G here.
Yeah, you shouldn't be losing to just Ghost at this point. And this is going to be a round that they are going to be thinking about for a while. They had total control after a comeback in the big gun round. You set yourself up to get a 3, round number 8. Doesn't happen. 9-7, Sentinels back in control with the monies. We'll see what the game plan is here for the attackers. huynh back on the operator. They are down to 0 credits on MkaeL. huynh, which is 700, 400 left for player 1. This is a must-win round.
Okay, big double digits time potentially for the Sentinels as well. Huge round for them. Economy gives them a little buffer, but it ain't much, and you want this one. This is a big telling sign, and this looks somewhat similar to the last round. Nothing too wild. Gonna be that little bit of presence from dapr, just wasting a bit of the utility from GMD, which is nice. It eliminates it from the site, so it feels good to see that, and it's pretty given a bit of life for the Sentinels. You know, you start feeling a little bit, you know, displeased with what was happening. This will put you right back on par that last round, so hopefully they can keep it together in this one.
All right. Once again, they have no flashes with this composition, just the 2 smokes from the Omen, and of course the Jet, who needs that line of sight. See what they can do on the A attack. huynh has been so good at just bursting through the doors, doing damage, if not picking up the kills. And it looks like he will be the first to peek. Meanwhile, dapr on the other side. Top fragger so far for the Sentinels, eliminated instantly by the operator.
Yeah, what's their deal with short? How do they want to get past that? Because I'm not sure what the utility usage here is. So at the moment, spikes on the site, they haven't planted yet. They're trying to ensure they clear properly. And oh my god, GMD, you're so smart. Up on the wall, peek said zombs has no idea that he could have done that and just outdoes him. GMD doing really well on these A hits so far, and I think these 3 from the Sentinels might have to just go into a save. Yeah, great success coming in from that pick. Off the back of what huynh did, beautifully set up.
Keep all the money and survive. Now, last time we saw, I believe it was Sentinels hunting players down and getting punished for it. They lost 3 trying to pick up the last 2 players. I like to see Gen.G just taking their time, knowing the importance of the round, working together to make sure there's always a position to trade. As I say that, it looks like everyone is just going to be held up on B. No one will be going down before this spike detonates.
My, what a close game we're going to have. I feel like this is really heating up here because, as I said, the Sentinels won that crazy eco round. They literally, it was like a full-on eco. Maybe 1 sheriff, I think? I think that was it. Like, it was super, like, you know, hold and that's that. And they did it so well. Now, on this round, are they going to just rinse and repeat this? I feel like Gen.G aren't switching things up massively, and you can see a bit of a switch up here. Breach has come over. And you still have Omen here, but that's a little bit of a different adjustment. So it looks like the Sentinels might be having a bit of a feel for, okay, we need to deal with this A hit because it's becoming a constant problem. So maybe a new look for this defensive side with Sova and Breach being present on A.
ShahZaM has been very good with his Breach utility, especially his ultimates. Working with Sinatraa at the top. That's going to be zombs playing tight. B wide open is going to be just the Cypher, dapr hanging out. Well, Sage is going to try and move up with his Sick is looking for a pick potentially, making sure no one flanks his teammates who are hiding up top. And again, it's going to be Gen.G just stacking up, playing it slow, looking for some early aggression.
Look at this Cypher middle. They should hold until he gets as far as he can. Oh dear, this is a big individual play coming out from the Cypher here, and that's going to cause so many problems for these players on A because they now need to be careful of their backs. No one's watching it. He can get right behind them. They've got to know this, but they're trying to commit towards this angle. This is such a big presence. Oh, dearie me. Like an assassin in the night, this guy is just walking around and destroying everyone. Good work from ShahZaM to finally stop it. By this point, though, the attack inside is everything they need for this to succeed. And with that now happening towards Sinatraa, they can isolate the players wherever they want to go.
Get out of my way!
ShahZaM trying to hold strong with the operator. huynh coming flying at him with the ultimate, and ShahZaM will connect. That was a headshot taking him down. Spike still not planted. 22 seconds left on the clock, so they got to act fast if you're Gen.G. Sentinels now have the ultimate from ShahZaM. But will dapr be able to follow up? There was ice slowing him down. Now it comes in, and a perfect one. Doesn't touch his teammate. Nice stun. dapr with the first. Finds effys on an instant drop, and now they got the info of the last player. ShahZaM and dapr just pulled it off.
Brilliant retake. My word, that was so well put together by those two. And dapr on that shot as he dropped down, just banging the shot towards dark. Stunning. Absolutely stunning, but you saw that danger coming through as soon as that Cypher got some presence in middle. I wonder what they're going to take away with that information now. Okay, well, they're not actively playing mid here. They're so worried about our A hit. They're going to realize this has been an adjustment. So what do they do back on the attack here? Gen.G now, maybe in their heads, or do they go, well, they're going to change up now because they think we've seen middle. It's that mind game now going to happen between these two. So I wonder what the play is. This is where you're going to see the teams really having to make those choices. 8 to 10, though. Sentinels on the cusp of doing brilliant things here. Double digits is huge as a milestone for them.
ShahZaM was so crucial that last round. He was sitting on 5 out of 7 orbs needed for his ultimate. 2 last picks give him the Rolling Thunder, and then, of course, connecting on 2 players, setting up his teammate. Now, though, we'll see what they can do with just the Resurrect and the Omen ult on the other side. Attackers really just trying to play after getting a pick, as we'll see MkaeL looking for some early action. The Odin from Sinatraa is going to force him back. And I don't know if this is a comfort pick from Sinatraa, if it was a set play on the defensive push. He wanted to get aggro, but no one there.
Now, this is one of the elements of this Sentinels team that makes him pretty good, is how he likes to play this. He gets information, the wall bangs just to his right. I don't normally love these sort of looks, but he plays it off very well, and it looks like we're going to see the test of time. Did Gen.G know this? Surely you know. If it's Sinatraa, you've watched a game or 2 of theirs, you definitely know what could be coming. And now he's going to see a great deal of the information. Does he spam? Yes, he does. But does he get as much damage as he might do normally? No, but that's the bigger threat here. Here we go, Puckett. This could be a little bit of a problem, and so much time is being bought here.
Nice dancing coming out of MkaeL. Survives. Gets a quick heal. And here they come, the flood from Gen.G, but Sick is able to get the first pick. Will they connect? No, Sick, dapr, ShahZaM, Sinatraa all holding strong. The Odin making so much noise, but the damage is done from CT.
And I love watching that. Sinatraa is a master at buying time and being a nuisance. Not only does all his utility tie these attacking teams up, it costs them so much presence towards the site. And then by the time they actually sit in and hold, he just sits there and waits because he knows the rest of his teammates have made it towards CT. He can be a nuisance at the end of the light at the end of the tunnel is just him and that Odin. So beautifully controlled by him to set up the others to succeed. And now it looks like they've gone back to what was making it work for them before, which is this kind of maybe more dedicated presence towards A from the attacking team.
They've been very successful with this slow followed up by the grenade previously when peeking at the A site, down weapons. huynh also, of course, going back to that judge on the jet. Maybe looking to fly in. Smoke out. He's going to read the corner. And zombs never even got a chance to pull the trigger. Instant punish, and now he's got a better upgraded weapon. We'll see what huynh can do here. Do you fully commit on A? You've seen the rotations coming through time and time again. Oh, a little extra love from huynh there for zombs.
And this again, dapr's turn at it. We saw ShahZaM doing wonders from up here. Places a stack towards A. Nice utility. Going to force that op to be a little uncomfortable that they still haven't cleared this site yet. Jet again, just getting absolutely plucked from the sky. 0 success and 0 answers yet. GMD the only one to respond, but so far a really nice hold from the defensive team.
MkaeL gonna pop that Cypher ultimate, gives him the information, but he's not ready for the Odin. Sinatraa with a little spam, another reason to pick up the LMG. We can see it, but he can't, has no idea where they're located on this site. He's gonna have to wait for dapr to get in position. Swapped out that operator for the, it looks like the Phantom, and he's gonna find his third. So now, last man standing. Poor player 1 in a corner. He's been hit up, and there is the Odin through the wall. Another retake on the A site is clean after losing their first man.
Odin go burr. Yeah, 12-8. This is a good close from the Sentinels, assuming they make it count. I shouldn't say it too early, but it looks like it's all going the right way. They've got control of the economy. They found the answer to this hit that was coming in a fair few times. Huynh trying that a couple of times in a row now, different side, but different AWPer, so it doesn't really matter. Both of them landing the same sort of shot. And Sinatra's retake potential, ridiculous. Playing very well. Again, I hate it because, you know, every person who has no idea what to do with that gun will pick it up and be like, it's a great gun. I mean, it is and it isn't. In Sinatra's hands, it looks really good, but the Sentinels giving themselves a little bit of life in them yet. This could be map 3 now looming if this round goes their way, of course. Or maybe there's a comeback from Gen.G, but I feel as though they've hit a bit of a brick wall here.
Sinatraa and Sick again. Wanted to get aggressive, won't go for the early pick. Instead, they're going to let the Cypher ease his way onto the orb. Sinatraa may try and punish with the Odin as the cages go up. Meanwhile, attackers rotating through the middle, and ShahZaM is going to read it. On the rotation, will he go for a peek?
A different look from the attackers. You can see that mid presence. They're being very wary of short. No one's really there right now. A lot of these players are playing a little bit deeper on the side. And again, Sinatraa, that was through the wall, I'm pretty sure as well. So again, just his presence alone is such a pain in the ass to get past. And you can see the attacking side is just like, well, what do we do? We've got this kind of 2-2 split now. Maybe a bit of a B pinch coming in. But even then, you've still got the Cypher at the back by spawn. You can hold a very passive angle. And oh, here we go again. The damage is just outstanding this guy can do with this thing.
effys is going to bring him back so he knows at least where 2 of the players are. Normally when Gen.G commits, you will find multiple as Sinatraa ready to lay down the rain of bullets. Teammates doing the damage from CT last time. It's GMD trying to break in here. 12 seconds left, so this spike has to be planted or you have to get all the kills or this game is over.
Okay, that's a good step, but it's not cleared out yet. ShahZaM still buying time. 3 seconds. The spike, it's loose. They can't do it.
Can't be planted.
It's done.
We're going to a game 3, Pansy. Sentinels holding strong 13-8 after losing 13-9.